YouTube failed to connect. Or Twitch failed to connect. It's reading a session. Is it actually live and it's just not saying it's live? It is. Okay. So the multi-output, nice. I don't need the Twitch on the multi-output. Okay. Awesome.
That's good. Also, you're kind of... Wait, this is a me issue?
I shouldn't be. Yeah, I didn't change anything on my end. That's you. That's a you. Make myself big. Bigger. Bigger.
God.
I am big now. Not quite as tall as you, but bigger. Oh, see ya. Hivius died. Never mind, gang.
A perpetual loading thing. Why does it do that?
Ruh-roh.
You're fucking kidding me.
It's okay. Hey, deep breath. It's okay. I just did some troubleshooting shit myself. So is it my camera?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I do something on.
Nope.
One second.
There we go.
Yep. It looked like it was an issue with my Discord somehow. I don't know what happened there. Oh, no, you know what it was? I didn't fucking turn my virtual camera back on, so it was perpetually loading nothing, dog.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize you were fucking with video. My virtual camera wasn't on, man. That's what that was.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're troubleshooting happens, and we're figuring it out. Now, especially now. Here, do you wanna know what I just did? What I just did as we were setting that up now? Hi everybody. Welcome to it. Lower than recommended stream bit. Okay, hold on. I thought my bitrate was that high. Hold on. Let's see if I can up my bitrate.
Transition us over.
Yeah, bump that bitrate up.
Music out.
Let's get some more bitrate going in there, huh?
Nope.
Nah, it should all be good. Refresh that. Refresh that. That's all I got, YouTube. You're gonna have to deal with it if you want a higher bit rate.
Real.
Looks fine to me. I mean, honestly, my camera quality does look a little bad, but I hope that's just my
You look fine to me.
Yeah, I think it's my YouTube player. I think it's just on 480p on my YouTube player.
Yeah.
So how's your week been, my friend? Let me turn my music off there. How you been?
God, sorry. It's been okay. Not too eventful. Yeah, the old manager that was giving me a little bit of trouble left.
The wicked bitch is dead.
The wicked bitch is dead. Yeah, we had her like a little goodbye celebration for her yesterday on Thursday.
A good riddance festival.
Yeah, a good riddance festival. Yeah, there was a little bit of champagne and some cake, and yeah, and then now she's gone. Which, yeah, I don't know if the deputy manager who's taken over as now full manager of our section of the company it will be any better. We're all kind of like, oh, what if she turns out to also be really tyrannical? You know, that kind of position of power changes you, but we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, and other than that, they're not gonna see or watch this, but like I've been making friends with the people from the Exuma community because I'm on community? His. Exuma Void is the British Minecraft YouTuber, inventor of Bet Wars, and admin of Hermitcraft that I'm currently really into.
The only Minecraft YouTuber I watch is Ludwig.
Yeah.
A classic Minecraft YouTuber.
Yeah, of course.
No,
of course.
yeah,
But yeah, he has a like I'm also subscribed to him on Twitch, and he has a support Discord server for like the people who are subscribers. And I've been kind of making friends with people on there. We did because he's been uploading on Thursdays, but we're like kind of convinced he's gonna change his upload schedule again, because it was Mondays, that now it's Thursdays, it's gonna be something else again. We did a little watch party, and then later that day he streamed, and then some people were in the VC also doing like a little watch party. It was just really nice. And he also has like a supporter Minecraft server that people can join if they have a subscription, or like support him on Patreon. And I finally made the leap to join that as well, which has been really nice. I was hunting for Elytras for like, I don't know, an hour or so before this. Yeah, just
good old classic Minecraft shit.
It's a very they're a very nice community. All very sweet people. And again, they're not going to see this, but shout out to the Exumaverse Discord server. I love these guys a lot.
Yeah, it's always nice when you find
the
other
Minecraft server I'm on.
It's always nice when you get to find a new community, and you get to just really vibe. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's something I'm usually very separate. I'm not one that I don't interact with community or fandom on the internet pretty much at all. I'm usually very against it. It's just not my thing. But
fair enough.
You know, just not my cuppa is all. You know, I can acknowledge that.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know, that's why I like to carve out my own little space. I like my area to be my own. I just think the majority of the time I don't trust the average person on the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't want to I'll take it a step further. I don't want to interact with the average person on the internet. Straight up. I think the average person on the internet kind of sucks as a person on the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like it's not my it's kind of the same thing where it's like I like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Not a big fan of the community. The community's got some opinions I don't super align with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But glad to hear your week's been going better than mine.
Yeah,
at least better than mine started.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
After podcast last week, Windows bricked my PC. And that's
so fucked up.
That's not me hyperbolizing. I mean, they corrupted my C drive.
That's fucked up.
They made it so I couldn't use my computer. The computer would turn on. I couldn't open any apps. I could not open any settings. I couldn't turn off the PC from the software because it technically wasn't booting all the way successfully because of a Windows security update it forcibly installed.
That's fucked up.
So I spent my entire weekend learning how to code and transferred everything over to Linux. And I am now on an entirely full Linux build. I went from being terrified of coding, not knowing how to code at all, to right before this stream started, fully fixed and reworked my audio and video encoders via command line.
Wow.
In about 2 minutes. That's what I was doing, is I was going to my command line. And yeah, I was using AI to solve that solution, and I got it done in fucking 2 minutes. And it's fucking insane, dude. It's crazy. This, like, the way people in the 90s and the early thousands were scared for robots coming for their jobs. That's how, like, I feel people in tech should have been feeling. Like, that should have been a shared emotion. You know what I mean? That shouldn't have been locked onto one thing, because this is shit's crazy, dog. You know what I mean? It's not about learning how to code. It's what you know outside of code now, because the shit can code for us. So now it's about the people outside of the code, because it does the code for us now. So now it's about how you apply the code. And that's awesome for me, because I don't know how to code to save my fucking life. I don't know what any of those words mean, but I know how to tell something what broke, and it knows how to tell me how to fix it. and that's all
Nice.
I need. And
no, that was awesome.
I'm also like a very like finicky, weird tech user. I've got like a lot of specific weird shit that I like to do with my system that a lot of people on Linux don't need. So if you don't need a lot of the weird tech shit I need, my audio routing, all of my multi-streaming video stuff, live streaming to Twitch and YouTube simultaneously, having full control of the audio, using an Elgato Stream Deck on a software that it's not designed to be used on. If you're not doing any of that, it's very easy. It's very easy.
Okay.
I've learned what I have done is taken my approach to Deadlock. This thing where I am accepting that this is a challenge and this is something I have to learn. If you come at it from that, and the best part is you don't have to do anything. You don't have to code at all. There's systems and programs that do everything for you, and it's all automatic, and it's all even cleaner and better than Windows does it. It's just you will run into a wall before you will on Windows. That's the only thing. There will be a point where you're just like, I can't do that. Just like you can on Windows, right? Where you come across a thing and you're like, I can't do this on my machine. This is not possible on this machine, right? It's just different. The flavor changes on what you're limited by. But the cool part is, on Linux, if you're bullheaded and stubborn enough, you can make it work. You're not prevented anymore. There's no, oh, I can't do anything. You can. You can just say, no, I'm going to do this now. I'm going to fucking fix this. And then you can just go fix it. There's a really weird thing. Our friend Alex was telling us about it. He works in tech. He's a big tech guy. And I was talking with him about this, and he was talking about this phenomena when people switch over to Linux. And I did not understand it until you really touch it. And you can like conceptualize it, but you don't feel it. I feel like I'm talking about becoming a parent. That it's kind of similar. When you go onto Linux, you realize for the first time, this is your PC now. Until that point,
like you own it.
Until you use Linux, until you figure out Linux and you do Linux and you install it, right now, your PC is useful on stipulation that Windows gives you permission on it. And that sounds ridiculous, right? But that's true. If Windows decides to break your PC and it's on an update that if you reinstall from scratch, it forcibly installs, you just can't use your PC anymore. Windows literally took my PC hostage with a broken update, and you can't find a single post acknowledging it from Windows or Microsoft anywhere.
Jesus.
They aren't talking. There's thousands of users dealing with what I'm dealing with right now. Thousands. It's the motherboard. It's the same thing that was having my issue on Windows with my my Go XLR.
Yeah.
I'm using my Go XLR right now, Tavius. That's why I sound better again. My audio works now because I'm not on Windows.
That's crazy.
On Steam, I am getting 20 more megabytes per second down. On my speed test, I'm getting 40 more on speedtest.com, on speed.com.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Deadlock is running better. I'm getting more frames. Literally the only thing that will stop someone from switching to Linux is arrogance, or you have a program that there just doesn't work, which is possible. That's the problem. That's the real problem. Mass-produced things will not function if they're Windows only. That's it. But the thing is, there's also an entire obsessive dedicated user base to making those things functional. And so now you're dealing with people who are trying to make it work regardless, and they have.
Yeah.
I have yet to run into a tool, even with my hyper-specific use cases, that there aren't several other options for of equal quality. There are 4 Stream Deck alternatives on Linux for me to choose from. 4.
Wow.
Yeah. None of them work, unfortunately, so I have to hack one of them, but that's because of my weird system. I'm trying to tie a Stream Deck into a Go XLR, and neither of them are using their original softwares. So I'm trying to make two hacked softwares communicate with each other. I'm hacking, dude. I was telling Alex, and I was like walking him through the shit I was doing this morning to make this stream happen, because I had to get the new multi-output thing going. I'm using a VTuber's multi-output setting, by the way. Turns out there was just a plugin that you can install. You don't need the whole item that makes everything pretty and look neat and adds all the bells and the whistles. There was just an OBS plugin that a Japanese person made for VTubing back in 2020 that was there the whole time. And I had to translate. The craziest part was I had to translate the page from Japanese to figure out how to install it. That was kind of fun. So in the last week, I've taught myself how to use code. I'm trying not to say the term how to code, because I'm not coding anything. Let me be clear, Tavius. I have not typed a word. I have not typed a letter of code. I am just copy pasting. I will tell Claude, because GPT sucks at coding, by the way. Claude is definitely the way to go if you need to do anything coding. But I just tell Claude, hey, it's fucking broken, fix it. And I say that exactly. And it tells me how to fix it. It's awesome. Imagine if it's Alex and you can abuse it. That's how I'm treating it.
I don't want to abuse Alex.
Exactly, but you want to abuse a clanker. It's the best of both worlds, dude. And then, so I don't know what it is. Since I have swapped to Linux, I've been having the best Deadlock games of my life. I crossed 200 hours. I'm ranked in the top third of players now, and I'm starting to play like I belong there. As an individual player in a 1v1 scenario, I'm a garbage can. I'm a trash can. I can do nothing. I'm gonna die. But I know enough movement about macro, and I'm good enough at harassing and running away that I can at least be the best at the bottom. In every lobby, in every one of these lobbies, both teams have an anchor. The question is, which anchor does enough? Which anchor doesn't hold the team back more? Because at this level, everyone's just absurd. Everyone's crazy. None of the and it's a broken game. None of the matchmaking works right now. It's not out yet.
Right.
It's not done. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, like I told you the story before, how I got put in the top 1% lobby in the game. The matchmaking's broken. But my experience of getting to play there. Do you watch Demon Slayer? Hard pivot.
No.
Hard pivot. It's completely fine. There's a line in the Demon Slayer movie which I have been like really resonating with recently. And the line is it's when you are put on the brink of death that you are able to like grow and metamorphosize the most. That's when the greatest like evolving of a person will happen, is when they're pushed to that limit and onto the brink. And there's just something about that. It's in those moments of pressure that you are capable of like going beyond. You know what I mean? I'd love that. I'm such a fucking weeb. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate that I look like this and I resonate with fucking Japanese cartoons. You know what I mean? But I can also accept that about myself. I'm aware. You know what I mean? At least that's the one blessing. You know, at least I'm aware.
Sometimes it just is that deep, you know?
You're not wrong, but I'm just so used to people not understanding or appreciating or wanting me to go there. You know what I mean? But hey, that's why we're here, right? But outside of that, what a fucking section of chapters, huh?
Holy shit,
dude! I felt like my shit talk was out of place in this little section. This was a juicy little 5 chapters. Oh my god! Oh, let me get the summary pulled up.
God.
I almost didn't get the. Is it? Is this Well of Ascension? Is that this one?
Yeah.
There it is. Pulling up Coppermind. But overall thoughts, anything that you feel the need, you got to get off your chest right away as we dive in.
I hate Strav Venture more than anything in the fucking world, Ollie. Oh my fucking god. Oh, they're both so awful. They're both so, but Strav, I was like, this entire chapter, I was just like, oh, I hate Zane so much. He's such an edgy little bitch, and he's so, I hate him. And then we get cut to Strav's perspective, and I have in my notes like, oh, you were both just the worst. But then we get to Strav's perspective. I'm like, oh, this man is disgusting, and I hate him.
You gotta give it to Sandy. Sandy knows how to make you hate a motherfucker right away. He knows how to make you hate a motherfucker right away.
That fucking monologue from I have no mouth in my muscular is like hate. Let me tell you how much I've gone to hate this motherfucker since we began to read.
The fucked up part is like her aging skin now that she's 27.
Yeah, he's like,
oh my god. And she's like, he's like, this dumb bitch trying to have sex with me. It's like, she's trying. It's like, oh, what a brutal, oh my god. Fucking staff revenge scene over here. What a guy. Oh my god.
I'm going to reach into the pages of the book or the files of the audiobook, and I'm going to pull Strav Venture out so I can personally lock him up in my fucking basement and do horrible things to this fictional character. I thought I hated Zane, and I do hate Zane. I don't like Zane whatsoever, and this like chapter is like solidified for me. Is like, oh, what a fucking edgy little, and he's insane. And there's something.
I mean, this does solidify. Like he's legit insane. Like he's gone.
He's legit insane.
It's like God's talking to me.
Then we get to Strav. I'm like, oh my god, maybe Zane, there's one thing you could do to redeem yourself. Maybe you should kill your father. Kill this man.
He's trying.
Kill.
He's trying.
It's me. I'm the voice in your head, Zane. Kill him. It's me.
No, this is the perfect go into my first topic that I had here, which was, yes, he does a very good job of making this guy incredibly hateable right away. Right? Like, right away. It's very... There is that part of me as I'm reading this, when it gets a little rapey. It gets a little incredibly misogynistic in a way that I don't know services the story beyond building animosity. And I'm wondering how you feel, both in the grander sense of authors utilizing these like kind of problematic things that exist in society and culture, but then introducing them and using them as narrative aspects. And at what point does that cross a line to something inappropriate? And do you think it has here?
Ooh.
There's a lot in that. Take a moment, chew on it for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, he's a pedophile. He's a sexist. He's a king who's a very problematic one at that.
I have gone on record here, I believe before, that I do not believe in like censorship, that I'm a very big believer of like anything in fiction canon should be published and discussed. Like I don't think that there's anything that we
absolutely
should
wholesomely
be censoring in fiction, right? So I find this very fascinating, especially because there's like a subject of the internet that would be like, oh, he's written this, so he must believe it himself. Yes. Like, no, it's a narrative device. Calm down.
Especially, and most poignantly, the direct argument to challenge that, which I will just immediately throw out there, is the comparison that we see from Breeze later and how different people react to things of similar like tension and things.
I have so many opinions on that moment.
That's a little teaser. That's a little teaser for the topic that I have for that section. Is that But specifically, though, what I'm saying, I wholeheartedly agree with you that things shouldn't be censored.
Yeah.
However, I do think there is certain tonal expectations.
Definitely.
And I
think,
will verbalize my position just to make myself clear where I'm standing in this. I don't think that, I believe it crossed a threshold for me. I do think there was plenty there that serviced very well, that added a lot. And I can't point to the one specific thing. That's the one thing I can say. I'm not that kind of person.
Right.
I'm not gonna the writing on the wall. However, in that moment, I got viscerally uncomfortable. Where I was like, and maybe that's what he wants, right? But then I'm like, that's not what the rest of this fucking book has been doing. So why is this here?
I think that's like the definitely the intent to like make uncomfortable.
Yes. Absolutely.
I don't think it crosses the line. But also at the same time, I can see this being the first time that we like see something from Straff's perspective that's all a little bit much. But I think it services the moment and like to us getting in his head really well, because I do really like how Sanderson like writes the different perspectives of his characters and how like all of them have like such unique voices in their own right. I do
go please.
I don't know if I would call it well done. I would no, actually I would. I think this is like a very well done section about this guy who probably thinks like this all the time. Like I can like having gotten into this guy's head now, being like, oh, he thinks like this all the time, and he's the worst guy ever, and that's, you know, the emotion that is supposed to be invoked. And I was also viscerally uncomfortable listening to this. I was like, you know, it's the burning hatred and then the incredibly deep uncomfortableness of just the entire thing.
I can understand and appreciate emotional evocation as a writer myself. You know what I mean? There is something to that. However, I would be lying if I said, does it make sense? Does it fit? Absolutely, yes, it does. However, to feed the voices that we both do disagree with, but to give some credence to the argument, because these people are arguing from a position, although they are presenting their argument poorly, a morally righteous one. And I think that is something to lean into and acknowledge, which is to say that Sanderson did choose the perspective in which to include that. And again, yes, it does give you, like you said, a visceral sensation in look into how this guy, the villain, feels and acts and makes him instantly, incredibly, deeply hateable. I've seen Sanderson write. We've seen the best of Sanderson in Stormlight Archives. He's done the same without going towards those topics specifically.
I think though also the seeds for this were definitely already like planted in the first book. Like not
incorrect.
Because it isn't like I can't exactly remember right now because my brain's always mush. But like there is like mentions of
the sexual abuse that's present all throughout.
The sexual abuse that general goes on with the ska, and I also the being made really uncomfortable. I'm like I personally need to like bring myself to consume more media that makes me uncomfortable, because I think reading things or having things that make you uncomfortable, consuming things that make you uncomfortable, is extremely valuable. And I think, I think the thing is, just as you were saying it, I think this is only gonna, or not only, but I think this works best if we get more like chapters or bits where we are in Straff's head, and this is not just a one-off. If this is just a one-off, then I'm definitely like, oh, like
why?
I mean, it's a good job of making it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just why. Like,
and then it's also, how about this? Just the hard pivot from, and I guess there is the argument for like, we're getting Zane's perspective, so why not get more? But Zane's a kind of like pseudo antagonist where there's very clearly some very complicated emotions there. Straff is fully an antagonist, and now we're just jumping to an antagonist's point of view, which did not happen in the first book. We never got, and then the Lord Ruler stepped out. Like that didn't happen. So
That didn't happen, yeah.
why here? Why in this moment? Why include it in that way when he's a good enough writer to communicate that he is this way, believes these things, thinks these things, without giving us the direct dialogue?
The direct, like,
which just,
and
again, let me be clear. Let me be very clear on my stance. I agree with everything you've said. Absolutely. Beyond the fact that, if I'm truly honest, I don't think this services the story in a way that something else also could have, without also adding on just this, like, I don't know, like, I'm the sexual abuse on, like, the theming in there and everything, and then it's just also, it just feels like also he's a pedophile. Bah, 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 bah. Like, it's just like, okay, sure. You know what I mean? It's like, what is this really adding? Other than just, he's also a pedophile, by the way, now you hate him more. I get what it makes us have these conversations, I guess, is kind of part of it. And maybe that's a bad faith interpretation, you know, but I am a fan of having these challenging conversations. I think these conversations are not had enough, because you are right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beth and I talk a lot about the idea of, like, media that's designed to comfort those uncomfortable and make those comfortable uncomfortable. Like, both of these things are important in art and media.
Disturb the comforted and comfort the disturbed.
Precisely, right? And there is a place for art that does that. This doesn't feel like it was teed up that way, and then this chapter just kind of came out of left field. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with, like,
that's my issue. Right? And
for sure.
And I see the argument for that being the case and that being the delivery. But then the rest of these chapters just leave that in the dust.
Yeah. It's like we have this, like, one really intense chapter or like this, I guess, somewhat horrific kind of chapter with, like,
incredible like, by the way, like, we didn't even cover the weird self-harm vibes that's out of nowhere. Like, that was oh, dude. Yeah, just right away. We can never tell Vi about this book. You know what? I can tell her about Stormlight. She can't read book 2. Like,
fuck, you're so right.
You know, it's so, but she's also not interested. She's too cool for it.
Yeah, she's too cool.
She's too busy going to see Gorillas. A 2-decade-old band.
Inform Caden that we're live.
Oh yeah, base. Yo, Caden becomes our first
online. I don't think Caden's online.
It's fine.
No, this bitch isn't online.
So, you know what? Oh, you know what's so fucked up? By the way, I didn't even tell you about this. Our new friend Caden, or that you introduced us to, our new Bridge 4 buddy. At work, I was in a meeting on Friday with a new guy who we have a partnership with an app that we're using at work.
Yeah.
He, like, programs the app. His name is Caden.
It's really funny.
So that was very jarring for me. We're like, oh, this is Caden. I'm like, huh? It was a very funny, serendipitous moment.
Yeah.
But dude, like, 18 was such a brutal. Did you have any big thoughts, or did you pick out a topic for that beyond just Jesus Christ Straff Venture, Straffrey Vepstein?
I'm glad that you said it, because I wasn't gonna initiate the joke, but I was thinking, like, oh, do I make the joke that Straff would have gone to Epstein's island? Oh,
no, where's the joke? Where's the joke? Where is it? You gotta find it. That joke's not clean enough. You gotta figure out how to get there. If you rewind 2 minutes, you just see my brain cranking. I think I was like, Jeffrey Straffstein, no, Vepstein. I like Vepstein. Like, you can see me. I'm like trying to process what you're saying, and I'm also trying to figure out how to turn his name into Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, it's really funny, actually.
Oh my god, dude, it was so. Oh my god, yeah. So here, let me ask you this. Okay. Let me ask you. Oh, well, so no, you know what? No, what we have to do, we gotta take something to the spoiler corner. Zane's conversation with God. Yeah. We're gonna put that one in the spoiler drawer for now.
Put that in the spoiler corner. That's actually a very good idea.
Did you have anything else for 18?
Fascinating relationship that Zane and Straff have.
Yeah,
Zayn,
I'll kill. It's very do you watch Prince? Have you seen Princess Bride?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not. I've cultural osmosis. I've not actually seen it, but
cultural osmosis
you know.
for you. So, you know the whole thing with Dread Pirate Roberts is a character in the show, correct? Or an entity that exists in the show. So the thing with Dread Pirate Roberts is, the Dread Pirate Roberts talked to the main character Wesley and would say, "Good night, Wesley, and more than likely, I'll kill you in the morning." And then he goes to bed. That's what he said every night when he tucked Wesley into bed. He said, "Good evening, Wesley, and more than likely, I'll kill you in the morning." Every night for 10 years, he tucked him in saying the same thing.
So funny.
And that to me is Zayn with Straff. Straff going, tucking him in. He's like, "Good night, my little Mistborn. If you cross me, I'll kill you." And then he leaves.
Yeah. But also the dichotomy of like, Ellen was the favored son.
Yeah, the favorite sibling conversation manifested.
The favorite sibling, the favorite son, where it's like, I mean, I guess he was at least the one living the best life. I'm not sure if Straff, I think, had another choice. I think he would have rather chosen Zayn over, like, because they hate each other.
I don't think Straff really fucks with any of his kids.
Yeah, it's like
hey, you're not me.
I mean, he tried to kill Ellen. He had tried to have Ellen killed.
Did he?
I'll say it. I remember that from the last book.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Last book. I was like, when did he have him killed? That's right. Last book he tried. He did. He was like, oh yeah, for sure.
And last book there wasn't even like a big, like, you know.
He wasn't king yet. He was just trying to kill his kid just cuz.
He was just trying to kill his son, or like saying, I don't know if you would have wanted to. I think if Zayn would have been in Ellen's situation, it would have been more of a like. He would have been like more heavily favored because he's a Mistborn, but also like Zayn, I think if you like, I don't think he would have liked to be in that situation actually.
Well, because the thing, do we know is Zayn like half-blooded? Is he half Ska? Do we know?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't believe so. It doesn't. I believe so. He's a bastard. We know he's a bastard.
He's a bastard,
but
definitely.
We don't know.
I think it is implied / confirmed either last book or probably like, you know, this book that he takes Ska mistresses probably, but I also don't know if he has like the Ska mistresses.
I'm checking the wiki since I know I've had everything spoiled, so I'm doing a Okay, that's kind of hot art. I'm not gonna lie. It's a shot of Vin and Zayn, and they're fucking in the air flying, and they both have daggers out, but they're like, he's holding her face and she's grabbing his waist. It's kind of dope. It's a kind of dope shot. It doesn't look like.
We don't know.
Yeah, I don't think we know. Yeah, it does not say on the Coppermind wiki, and I think if that's the case, more than likely he's not. He's probably full-blooded. Because I think they're supposed to kill all the half-bloods.
Oh right? Yeah, true.
So I think
they killed the Ska women they sleep with. So
and then he's 10-eyed. So I mean, maybe he killed the mom but kept the kid. Regardless, it doesn't really say. So even if he's not, I mean, we see how Straff operates, and he's already got Ellen. He doesn't really need a public-facing son. If I had to bet, probably back in book 1, when Ellen died, he was probably just gonna sub in Zayn. He's gonna be like, "Oh, my kid, there he is."
Yeah, true.
That's my guess.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Oh yeah, but no, other than that, weirdos, the both of them. I hate them so much.
And then our epigraph for chapter 18. These are some short and sweet epigraphs in this section too.
Yeah.
I think each of these, no, a couple of them are a couple sentences. No, one of them. Chapter 20 has one that's more than one sentence. The rest of these are all one sentence. The epigraph for chapter 18, symbol is just the number 18. If only the deepness hadn't come when it did, providing a threat that drove men to desperation, both in action and belief. Talking about the necessity. So there's a kind of interesting thing with that, that Sanderson talks about, where the concept of Mistborn was like going through ages and time and talking about how cultures adopt theologies. And more often than not, a culture will undergo a major theological change or adaptation when going through a moment of great duress. In a moment of like grand disaster is when they'll like either pivot or dig deeper into the faith, or like in moments of recovery. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That does then take us to chapter 19.
Jesus Christ, chapter 19.
Yeah, what do you got?
Holy.
What do you got? You're a little giggly here. I didn't have a ton. I've got a lot of like mechanical, fun, like background stuff here.
Yeah, no, hello. What the fuck is a colossus?
A colossus.
Hello?
A colossus.
Sorry.
Not a colossus. A colossus. How dare you? That's definitely not Goliaths from Dungeons and Dragons. How dare you with a weird twist. It's not just a man that's big and it's Sanderson's little twist on it. Big man culture? What if it's a culture but they're all big men? Hear me out. Culture, but they're all big and they fight.
What if culture, but all big burly men?
What if they all beat the shit out of each other? Big swords. Had pouches? What's in the pouches? Maybe you'll find out.
Yes.
Yeah,
the Colossus. What the fuck? I was like,
the big
like
blue motherfuckers.
Oh, blue. What are they? Mystery. What the fuck? What? Oh, that's gross. Oh, what the fuck?
Right. So I mean, we can understand. This is kind of a very interesting view, right? Because something for the spoiler drawer, certainly. But you know, certain things about certain species that are on certain planets and places. Are you picking up what I'm putting down here? You're not. It's okay. I'm gonna add native species planets to the spoiler drawer.
Yeah, no, I'm
we'll come back to that. That'll be for the spoiler. That'll be for the spoiler conversation at the end. When
I'm endlessly fascinated because
I'm now realizing also my topic for number 19 actually also has to go for the spoiler drawer. I was just reading that. I was like, it's oh yeah. In order to talk about that, we got to go to the spoiler corner because that's Stormlight spoilers.
Yeah, no, I looked at pictures of the Colossus. I know the Ultimate Sin. I did a quick Google search more than I looked at Google Images.
I actually don't know if I've ever looked them up.
That's I don't like that, Ollie. I don't like that at all. What
yeah, it's
very they are
very like Attack on Titan-esque.
Yeah, like the fucking and like the I do like really like the way that was just, like the younger ones have skin that is sagging, and because like obviously it seems like they'll grow into the skin and then eventually they just implode because they get too big.
Or their hearts just explode. That shit's crazy.
That's fucked up.
They just keep growing and growing and growing without stopping.
I'm endlessly fascinated. I need to. Yeah, I'll say it. I need to take one of these and dissect them in a lab. What? What is going on?
All right, Jez, relax there. Fucking chill out, bro. A problematic motherfucker. I see how it is. You read too many books. Too many books. No, dude, the Colossus introduction, the little show of the little throwback to Jastis. Just like, oh, by the way, Jastis is here and he's crazy now. he's going a little crazy. Did you ever watch Game of Thrones?
No, but again, cultural osmosis.
Very, Jastis is very much giving a Theon Greyjoy as he's going insane. Like, dude is not all there. This is very much a deep cut. You won't get this cultural osmosis. For you might be able to describe this. Theon Greyjoy is very early on the Starks. Robb Stark has a buddy who's like his little bitch, and he like hangs out with him, and eventually Ramsey starts to torture him later on, and Ramsey Bolton is like hot black hair guy, and he starts torturing Theon. So Theon's like old buddy with Robb Stark, and then he gets tortured by Ramsey Bolton. You've probably seen clips of him in the background and not knowing who he is. He's a very complicated, interesting character. Specifically, he's a sniveling little bitch who's very like pompous, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm big, strong man. I am big and strong." And then someone comes in and is like, "Sit down," and then he like shrivels up into a little coward. That's what I hope for. I'll be real. I don't remember what happens with Jastes. I don't know why I hate this motherfucker. I hate Jastes. There's something about where he's all posturing. He's like, "And you're my servant now."
I like that Sazed goes like, no, actually it's the terrorist people are free now, so we don't do that kind of indentured, like,
I don't
not even indentured,
I
don't
serve
do
no
this.
man.
I serve no man.
I serve no master.
But like the polite way, he's just like, no, actually, he's like, actually, we don't do that anymore. And then Chelsea's is just like, oh.
There was
like I got the feeling he was just like, I mean, he probably was, because he was just genuinely disappointed. And I was like, sucks to suck.
He's like,
let's get going.
What? I'm not cool enough? Or you, what? I'm not cool. You what? You like Ellen and his big penis? And Ellen, and then and then says it's just like, Ellen's penis is incredibly normal, actually, I think. Stupid.
I think as well. It's just
I think. I'd say that you can do any voice for Says and just talk slow and throw "I think" at the end, and it works.
Oh, I love Sazed. So I love in this chapter that Sazed gets himself into a precarious, dangerous situation.
You climb, it's an incredibly D&D. I climb up a tree and I get surrounded by a group, and I just climb down. They take my shit. I get it back and I leave. Again, the one thing we talked about this. We talked about this in the WorldCon Q&A video, and when we were chatting. This world does very much feel like a D&D campaign.
It does. Really, it does. Good grave.
I've been seeing a sort of trend with fantasy media. I think people have just started writing their D&D campaigns, and that's just what they're doing. Like, that's the thing. Look, the most popular fantasy TV series is a Dungeons and Dragons show based off of a D&D podcast, right? Like, it's just good story. It's a methodology for telling a good story.
It is
a deep cut. Only you will really appreciate. I'm basically just telling you this. It's something I've been kind of sitting on, stewing on. It seems like Reggie's is dead. Reggie's is kind of dead in the water. Callum's gone.
Yeah,
Callum left the server.
But
because of that, and because I genuinely loved that story so much, and I don't want that narrative line to fully die. I already have too many other creative projects I really want to like crank out and go on. I really think I want to write like a Reggie's novel, like a full novel.
That would be so cool.
And just take the story up to where they were and then run it to the end and just do that. You know what I mean?
That would be really cool. Yep.
But we'll see on that. Back to Mistborn specifically though. Did you have anything else for chapter 19?
No. I was just a bit fucked over with the Koloss, and then also again the entire situation with Jasty is just like he gets in, like, you're my servant now. No, I don't think I am, but I can get a message challenge if you want that. And he's like, okay, and then he leaves again. It's incredible. Also, Caden is my chat. So hello, Caden.
Yeah, what's up, Caden? That's it very much felt like we should have done the fucking co-stream. Forgot.
Yeah, co-stream.
Remembered now. Thanks, Caden, reminding us. Allow start shared chat.
Just mute the entire thing.
Mute. Turn mic off. There we go. Basically, just to mirror the chats. So that way, if I need to, I can see Caden. Actually, where is my chat? I don't have chat anymore. Okay, got it. Oh no, there's chat. Shared chat moderation. Okay.
Okay, where are you
Yeah.
following me if you're here in the chat? How dare you?
Oh wait, I got a bot. Hold on, I gotta man this motherfucker.
Getting for the follow.
Wow, didn't follow me. I see how it is. Pick your favorites. No. No, dude. Chapter, the one thing I will point out that I did think was very interesting right at the start of this chapter, just a weird little note, just a fun little note from Sanderson. And I've been watching a lot of like comic media recently. There's a Green Lantern run that's going on right now called Absolute Green Lantern, and it's like
yeah, I'm aware of the like Absolute series. I have some of the Batman stuff on my desk at work sometimes.
I had no idea, dude. I had no idea they were doing Absolute Green Lantern. Literally, like I saw 2 pages from Absolute Green Lantern and they made me cry. I'm not joking.
Oh my God.
I'm a deep Green Lantern fan. I'm a huge Green Lantern fan.
Okay.
Yeah, deep spoilers for Absolute Green Lantern. Hal Jordan unlocks a Green Lantern powered by love.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. He becomes a pink Green Lantern. And he's powered by something more powerful than will, and it's his love and desire to protect.
That's so.
Oh, I love Green Lantern, dude. It's manifestation. You know what's? You know the most fucked up. You know what the saddest thing about me fucking with Green Lantern is? You know the 2 things about Green Lantern that you're supposed to have?
What?
Willpower and the ability to visualize.
Oh.
I'm a dude with aphantasia. My favorite superhero is Green Lantern.
Well.
Yeah, it's a cursed existence. I mean, it's a reason, right? You're super. They always say your superhero preference says a lot about you and who you want to be.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Jessica Cruz is my favorite GL. I don't know what GL is.
Green Lantern, probably.
Oh, I think that's based. I don't think that's. I think there's a lot of unjust hate for Cruz in the Green Lantern verse. I don't know why my brain read GL and I was like, what are we talking about here? What? My brain is like, Jessica Cruz.
Girls love.
No, I mean in the comic again, you missed a conversation we were having earlier. What? Oh yeah, Broken Heart. Okay. Yeah, I fucking love Green Lantern. I think there's a lot of unjust hate on the internet in general because of the added anonymity of just being faceless and being able to interact however you want without consequence. I really, really hate that. And I think especially in like the comic space, that's been an issue for years of people just that's not what I'm about. I love getting to hear why people love things that I hate, and I love trying to find reasons to complain and challenge things that I love. I'm a very big proprietor believer in that. Like we were talking about in our Bridge 4 group chat. Like I think too many people care about what fucking randoms think on the internet. And I think if you look at like everybody who is successful and does well and exists in a way that I feel like I want to model myself, that 3 very different people, by the way, people who are successful, people who are doing well and are healthy, and people who I want to model myself after. There is some crossover there. That's not a list of 3 and the third is collecting the other 2.
Venn diagram.
Yes, precisely. I really I value that a lot, of being able to challenge those perspectives and be comfortable with liking what you like and seeing what other people like and don't like about what you like. And you know what? You get what I'm saying.
Yeah. We get each other.
Precisely. Chapter. Oh wait. Epigraph for 19. Yes. Oh yeah. So the last thing. Sorry. We just went on a whole DC absolute tangent, and I almost moved on without completing the tangent. We both have too much fucking ADHD, dog. chapter 19.
Don't talk about it.
Very beginning of the chapter, he mentions the red sun.
Yeah.
He's just really poignant, really specific and poignant. Like, that bitch is red. That's a red sun. The red sun rises. It's very, like, again, the fantasy theme setting. But when it's Sanderson, you know that motherfucker's showing whole.
Yeah.
You know that motherfucker's showing whole right now.
Yeah. You know what's funny? That when I was first talking to Kaden about, like, Cosmere and Stormlight in general, I did mention that you like to use that that phrase.
I was literally about to ask, does Caden have any idea what I'm talking about, or am I just talking about Brandon Sanderson's asshole right now to Caden? I have no. Both are true, but I mean, it's gotta be pretty nice. The dude's Mormon. You know that shit's untouched. You know, he's Mormon.
He's a Mormon straight man.
Yeah.
He's a Mormon straight man.
Yeah. What, you think he's doing fucking that? No shot. Absolutely not.
Welcome to the Archive.
That's the Archive. Welcome to it. Still haven't introed fucking almost an hour in. Oh god, that was just a fun little note there. It was like red sun, and I'm like, I see you, motherfucker. I see
what does it
you.
Mean?
I see you. 19. The symbol's just the number for 19. If only I had passed over Alendi when looking for an assistant all those years ago. Alendi was an assistant. That's it. That's just
interesting.
Very interesting. Oh, so many notes, so many little things. So an important little note here. For Caden,
I don't have that much on this chapter, so I'm really interested. That's
perfectly fine. So before we get into this chapter, obviously we'll have the more in-depth conversation at the end, more spoilerific things. So Caden, I've read this book. Tavius hasn't. That's an important thing to know as we talk about things. So I'm very careful about what I'm trying to say and what I'm representing and saying things here. Just as we're going forward, as we're going onward, I just wanted to make that little note as we're speaking and doing things. Chapter 20 is definitely interesting. So there is just a kind of, this is edging on spoiler drawer. So I'll mention the kind of concept of the topic, and we'll see if we want to just hold it for the spoiler drawer, so that way we can speak unfiltered, just in case people want to watch this and not have to worry about it. Or if we want to try to filter the conversation in terms of Mistborn, if we'd like to, in an interesting way. Okay. There's just a lot in this chapter alluding to and leaning into brass burning and the sort of patterns that Vin is picking up of the different allomancy metals. Like she's like going and she's learning and she's like hearing the different things. And then this isn't the chapter, but she eventually hears like the one that's like way far off that she hadn't been listening to in a while. But we're getting all these different things, like, and how Marsh was telling her like how to identify the different powers that are being used, right?
Yeah.
What do you call patterns of beats, Tavius? What do you call a beat that's repeated in a pattern? Like if you were to take a beat and then you put it in a pattern, what would you call that?
A rhythm?
A rhythm, yeah. You want to save that for the drawer?
Yeah, let's save it for the drawer.
Let's save that one for the drawer. Let's put that. We're gonna put that one in the soggy lettuce drawer. All right, that's gonna go with the soggy lettuce. Well, we'll spoil that one. We'll spoil that one in a little bit. That was just a really interesting thing. The two things that I did have on the back end here, the little after we leave Vin's perspective, when you jump into Ellen's perspective for a little bit.
Yeah.
Tyndall has a little bit of like a spicy response, and maybe there's a little bit of like Michael Kramer putting some stank on it, but like Ellen's like, women, am I right? And Twindle's like, I think you'll find people are like that. Yeah. And it's like, whoa, Twindle, that came out like, get his ass.
Although no, Caden, I think that was Copper. Copper is the one.
Copper burns the cloud that brass pierces.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I was like, oh, damn right, Twindle, damn right. Oh god,
dude, that was so fucking just. And then the last little second I had there was when she challenges Ellen and like talks a little bit of shit on Vin, and Ellen's like, "You watch your fucking mouth."
Yeah, it's like, shut the fuck up.
And then I had of my notes all caps. Psych pussy, you've been reading a romance novel the whole time. Everyone's in love. It's a love novel, bitch. Because Tavius is famous for, yeah, absolutely. Twindle is absolutely phenomenal. And here's a little fun fact that Tavius doesn't remember. I've spoiled Twindle's storyline, and Tavius doesn't remember.
No, I don't.
I spoiled Twindle's storyline when we were in the middle of the Cosmere. Who would you give an F-bomb in the... Obviously to Lift. 100% to Lift. That's the only answer.
100% to Lift.
Lift is the...
That hasn't Lift said fuck?
She said the equivalent of fuck. She has never said actual curse words. That's the thing. That's the whole bit. That's the punchline. Now, okay, joke answer over. Lift to me is the quick fire comedy answer. Let me think. Who's the actual funniest? Where's the funniest line?
Wit.
No, Wit's too easy. Wit's too easy too for me though. You know what it is? We've been talking about a bunch. White Spine Uncaged. Honor's fucking dead.
I'll see what I can do.
I'll drop that spoiler. I don't care. That's a great line. Honor's fucking dead. Yes, I'll see what I can do.
Right.
Yes, Ham and no, that's Breeze. That's Breeze responding to Ham dropping some psychological shit.
To Ham.
No, yeah. So it's got to be Ham drops some. Breeze is like, oh fuck. Just rubbing.
Fucking hell, my good man.
You get one fuck. Where do you put it, Tavius? Where do you put it? What's a line?
Put it?
You gotta give us a line. You gotta put it in a line that you remember.
Wait. Actually, I need to. When I was complaining to you, or when I was talking about my favorite scene in Oathbreaker. Fuck. I need to find it. Where Yaza is like berating Amram.
Digging. Jeopardy theme plays in the background.
Okay, yeah. When he's I think threatening her,
yeah,
like about something, and she summons her sharp line. She has the line.
I believe that is when he is pressuring her for a proposal, if I recall.
Yeah, something like that. And she summons her sharp blade. Like,
we'll put a big. I'm gonna put just a big spoiler bar over the last 2 minutes here. At some point, I'll hire an editor and they'll put one in. Just bam.
Just in that entire section, like you could put something anywhere in that, like where she's just berating him. But the line specifically is, "Oh, please do, Meredith. Give me an excuse. I dare you." And I would put it in. It would be, "Oh, please do, Meredith. Give me an excuse. I fucking dare you."
For me, I think I give me a fucking excuse. No, I fucking dare you's good. No, I fucking dare you hits. No, that's good. Oh my god, that is.
Yes, that does deserve to say fuck more.
What do you
fuck just in general?
What do you got? Yeah, if she deserves it, if anyone deserves it, Yasna deserves it too. What do you got, Caden? Yeah. Where do you put it? If you had a line to swap out fuck, where are you putting it? As Caden loads that one, I will pull up the 20 epigraph. It was a little bit of a longer one here for section 20.
Yes.
It wasn't until a few years later that I began to notice the signs. I knew the prophecies. I am a Terrace world bringer, after all. And yet, not all of us are religious men. Some, such as myself, are more interested in other topics. However, during my time with Alendi, I could not help but become more interested in the anticipation, capital A, by the way. The anticipation, not the concept of anticipation, an actual thing that is called the anticipation.
Like a religious event, clearly.
Yes. He seemed to fit the signs so well. Very juice. Very, very juice.
You know, that is actually really good. That's actually really good.
That's cute. That is a cute one. Get it
this,
right when
like,
I'll marry
think,
you. For yeah, no, that's great. I'll fucking marry you.
I
Vin
think
also deserves to say
this,
fuck. Vin does deserve a couple
Vin
fucks.
does also deserve to say fuck. Kelsier also though.
Right before he fucking dies. In book
Right
one.
before he fucking dies.
Fuck. You get bitch slapped.
Also,
oh.
you know, to shut the fuck up, Kaden.
I'm sorry. No, we're not moving past that. You get to explain that now. You acknowledged it, my friend. What's that about?
Because I can't imagine Kelsier is blonde, but he is blonde.
What?
So Kaden? Yeah, Kelsier's blonde.
That is the same level as me seeing Wit is bald. That's the same thing. You have to accept that. You can't give me any shit for Wit being bald ever again. You're not allowed. Deal? Either we both give each other shit forever, or we never give each other shit. You have to pick right now.
Fine, we never give each other shit.
Never shit again. Wit's bald forever. Yeah, dude. Okay, Kate. Yeah, now we get to talk about this. I read the entirety of the Stormlight Archives picturing Wit as bald because I have a Fantasia, and they mention his black hair once in the first book. So the entire time I've pictured Stormlight Archives, I'm like, it's really cool they have so many bald characters. That's white hair.
So
That's black. He's like hawkish black, isn't it? That's what all the art is.
Fuck. Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, now my man's making me Now my man's making me doubt myself. Hold on.
No,
yeah, my man's got black hair. My man's got black hair.
Kaden,
fuck out of here.
Yeah,
fuck out of here. Hawkish features, black hair. Get on me.
Kaden's, I think his true form is white hair, but whatever he's like,
no,
like his like the disguise he has in Stormlight is like to blend in.
Wit, my friend, is who, not specific. That is fair. You were saying Hoyd. You were throwing Hoyd out. But regardless, I'm still a firm believer. It doesn't matter what form he's in. That's a fucking light weaving. That motherfucker's bald. You can't change my mind. I'm going to die on that hill. He's been bald the whole time. He's just trying to make himself look handsome. Why not make himself taller? Weird question. Weird question. Short king? Unlikely. Bald? Absolutely.
This needs to be clipped.
That motherfucker's bald. That motherfucker's bald. I don't care. This is the hill I will die on. If I ever get to meet Brandon Sanderson, I'm going to give him a hug. I'm going to whisper to him, I know the truth. Being bald is his strongest. That's where the power comes from. He can absorb it through the follicles. You see, he's like Lift. He just photosynthesizes through his bald head.
he takes in an messenger through his bald head.
I'm kicking fucking feet off. Oh my god. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, preemptive spoiler corner over. This whole section's gotta go. That whole section's getting ripped and put at the end if I ever find a fucking editor. Oh my god, dude. God, and the last bit for chapter 20, just the fucking introduction of Lady Set, and that whole, oh my fucking god, dude.
What I was gonna say earlier before we were derailed by the Kelsier's blonde and Hoyda's bald conversation.
Okay, no, also, I'm so sorry. Hold on, one last thing. What color is his hair if he's not blonde?
No, he is blonde.
Yeah, no, to you.
To me, dark. It's to me, he has dark hair.
But brown or black? How dark? Is he me? Or is he dark, or is he like black like Hoyd? Like Wit. Sorry.
No, not black or not black like Wit, but like the dark end of brown.
Darker end of brown. Okay, not quite. So like Kaladin, kind of like dark, probably.
Yeah, like Kaladin, kind of.
Yeah, no, I mean blonde doesn't. What's up with this weirdness? What, only blonde people can be nobles? That's a weird
Yeah,
stance to take, Caden. That feels very. I don't think is Ellen blonde.
No.
That motherfucker's the king, and he's got to be a brunette.
No, Ellen isn't blonde. I know Ellen is blonde. I know that for a fact.
Ellen Ventura.
No,
wait for the flashbang. No, he's a brunette. 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 It's fine. We're safe. We're cool. He's a brunette.
Yes, we're safe. We're safe.
We're safe.
No more blonde boys. Stop.
All right. I don't want to spoil myself.
No, you know what it is.
I look like I might have gotten some spoilers there. No. You know good rage bait, Caden. Good job. 10 out of 10.
Because in Stormlight, I think almost only the Iriali have blonde hair. Like, it's so uncommon among our main cast. They're all like darker hair, and then Shallan has red hair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, I picture everyone as having dark hair.
I mean, yeah, that's a curse of starting on Stormlight, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's just like everyone's Asian or African coded, so you're used to everyone having like dark like brunette or black hair, and then the weirdness is when the redheads and the blondes show up, so it just becomes your default. You're absolutely, I didn't even think about that. You're absolutely right. You're 100% right. It's like when you read Storm, that becomes like the default. I mean, there's something to be said there about Sanderson and how he kind of sets that up for readers. Here's the thing, you're a German and I'm an American, and we both had that same thing happen to us, which means the common denominator is the author, right? Because that's the thing about it, is like our experiences are similar, we have similar thoughts, but we have very different perspectives, but we both landed on that perspective. What's up with Sanderson and his propriety towards darker haired people? Well, I guess that's just maybe there's a thing there where, because I mean in Stormlight it's all about the eye color, right? So maybe that's a thing in one of the other books where hair color becomes a very prominent thing, because he doesn't really he very vehemently does not lean into skin color. That's the one thing I will give Sanderson. He like has challenged himself. Well, yeah, but the point is that he's mixed though, right? That's a very like,
isn't
direct point.
Like,
he's half Iriali.
Is it? I'm pretty sure it's Iriali.
It's the Rift. Hold on.
Okay, you Google it. I don't want to.
I got you. Well, that's Stormlight, so we're cool. We're caught up on Stormlight. We can't really get spoiled for that.
Iriali.
Golden blonde skin and hair. Yep, Iriali.
Yep.
From the Rift. Good fucking snipe, dog. Look at your fucking retention. I've been thinking about that since it's been so long since we read Stormlight. Do you know what I've been thinking about, man?
Tell me.
It's coming up on like, I read the first Stormlight as me and Beth were like getting together. It's been it's coming up on 5 years since I read Stormlight for the first time.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
To think it's captured our attention so much. Yours, and then now also mine.
And now the fucking, what do you mean yours and mine? The world's, dude. They just signed an Apple deal.
The world,
It's about to become the new goddamn Lord of the Rings. Well,
it's true. You're so right, actually.
I really do see it, because I think Dune really missed it. I think Dune, if I were to put it anywhere, Dune's a new Star Wars. Dune is the modern Star Wars. This is primed to be the new Lord of the Rings. That's kind of what I'm seeing, like societal, cultural wars. Caden, you're gonna make me kill myself, dog. Don't you ever don't you ever mention your age around me ever again. I want to be friends with you. Do not tell me how young you are. I like you. I like our conversations. Do not. I will jump off a bridge in Minecraft. Okay, I'll do it, dog. Don't test me. I know I'm old. I know. Hey, Kane, you want to know how fucking old I am, dog? I've got arthritis. Yeah. Yeah, but that's where we're at.
30 yet.
I'm about to be, dog. Beth and I were just talking about planning my 28th birthday.
God.
Yeah, man. I'm turning 28.
Yeah.
We all got back. Hey, back issue gang. What's up?
Back issue gang.
Back issue gang. I knew we were friends for a reason. It's, you know what? It's apt we're named Bridge 4. All of our fucking backs are fucked up.
Real.
Oh my god.
To get back to the matter at hand.
Yes.
Chapter 21. To kind of circle back around to where would you drop
the comparisons between Straff and Breeze. Very short chapter,
yes.
A lot baked into this.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, 18 Breeze, what the fuck? Because I know that man's like middle-aged or some such. What the fuck, man? What the fuck?
I did want to show you. Hold on. I did want to show you. I found some very cute, some very, very cute images.
Same Kaden. Based. I love Breeze. Breeze on thin ice after this one. 18. I think they said she looked 18.
No, she is 18. They confirm it. They confirm she is 18 years old.
Okay.
Open image. It's too small. There's some very, very cute art. Another thing, I just never imagined. I don't know why. I always imagined
Breeze and his 18-year-old mistress.
I always imagined Breeze as a very slender white man. That is something I can say. Unfortunately, about myself. He is a very chubby, dark-skinned man.
Huh.
And here I'm gonna DM this to you so you can show it to your chat. One moment. If you'd like to.
Yeah, for sure.
Some very, very cute art that I went looking for, and then I saw people. Aww. I saw people comparing it to this little Disney crew, and it made my heart fucking sing, dude. I'm about to show this to stream myself here in a moment, but I was losing my goddamn mind, man. So
no, I'll just bring us to React. Yeah, so we have this really cute image.
Yes. So this kind of show.
Oh, that's so cute.
Right, of the two of them.
Like compared to this.
To the Disney. It's so fucking good, man.
That's adorable.
It's so good.
Oh, that's so cute.
You can't help but love it a little bit. As weird as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a light-skinned man, but he is, compared to me, dark skin. You know, you get what I'm saying. My man's got melanin, and I was surprised at the volume. That's all I'm saying. And you know what? That is the one thing I will say. We talked about it you got to give that to Sanderson. He's not afraid to put some melanin in there. And that is something that, like, especially in a lot of pop culture, we need more of. We need more of that. I'm a firm believer still, especially in the modern times, of what's happening in fucking America, dude.
Oh, no, absolutely. I absolutely agree.
Ooh, interesting question, Caden. Has that conversation happened yet? For where we are.
Chapter 21 of...
Yeah, or 22 specifically.
22. Yeah.
I'm very curious if that moment had. I would love for you to do some digging to see if you could find out. Okay, if it is, yeah, that makes sense. I believe you know what's funny? I think I know the one you're talking about. I think it is in book 2. I think it's later in book 2, if I recall correctly, because I believe that is the same conversation that makes me really fall in love with Ham. If you can find it, we'd love to know for sure. No stress if you can't. Definitely not a real thing. But yeah, again, like Sazed, that's a very interesting thing that you put there, Caden. I'd always imagined Sazed as a very, like, I always imagined Sazed as like an Indian shaman kind of vibe, kind of like what's the word? The Dalai Lama kind of energy. You know, kind of like somewhere between a Dalai Lama and a Buddhist monk was always the visual I had for Sazed.
Yeah, same though. Same. I have to agree on that. That's the vibe he just gives,
right?
Kind of, you know.
I mean, yeah, he's a monk. He's got all the fucking jewelry. Like it's there all of the time. Because I mean, I'm sure that's kind of the inspirations that he's pulling from, right? With the robes and the rings and everything. It's very like Afro with like the collection of the jewelry. You know, that's a kind of fun little twist there. But again, that's Sanderson, right? Just kind of throwing it all together and making it something original.
Yeah.
Did I have anything else? Oh yeah, and then of course the one thing we need to take some time on is the kind of comparisons with the issues of the very unfortunate topic of pedophilia and how they manifest here. Again, there are some very distinct differences where we hear Straff Venture literally verbalize his sexual desire towards minors, and then Breeze, who is very viscerally uncomfortable with the amount of affection he is getting from a legally aged woman who he's acknowledging he maybe had crossed a line with in terms of like conversation, but he has very clearly and openly been communicating, this is not what I'm about. This is not no, absolutely not. But also she is a grown ass woman and I am a grown ass man, but also no, let's be clear. You know what so it's, do you now see even more so now with this, why I have a little bit of issue with the earlier chapter?
I do definitely understand your viewpoint better. Doesn't necessarily change how I feel about it, but
I can also see, because I'm not, that's certainly not, right? It's not that the comparison isn't there, just the Dodge Brother perspective, but I can also see the representation, the argument for, is that not the point? Does that not drive home the argument of what we said earlier? If the goal of that conversation was to drive home the uncomfortability, to drive home, yes, this dude is a fucking pedophile, especially when you remember when this was written and how much more like okay it was to challenge that sort of idea, where now we've had kind of like a decade and a half of 2 decades of shit like getting worse and trying to be socially accepted and then being shunned again. So there's a lot of really complex shit going on with what we're talking about, right? This is not an easy conversation to have in any regard, but I think it's important. It's important to point out how he's representing, because he's choosing to put it in the media, right? It's there. That's my belief at the very least. That's why it's important to converse about it.
No, absolutely.
Did you have anything else for 21?
I do love how they're like laughing at him. Like she leaves and they're all like, you fucking loser.
The break of jovialness at the end, and they're all just fucking going, and Breeze going, oh dear, as he pulls out like very C-3PO.
Yeah.
Oh, the morality of magic. I think that conversation is actually back in book 1. When he's talking about the aspect of how he uses it and how he views it, whereas like when you're speaking to someone, you're trying to manipulate them. This is just a muscle that I have. And he's talking, and it's a very, I believe that was back in book 1, actually.
Yeah, true. I do remember that conversation as well. I think he had it with Vin specifically.
I think it was Vin and Ham. I believe Ham was there present in the conversation.
Yeah.
I think that's all I had for 21.
Good God. Yeah, no, that's also all I have.
He was born of a humble family, yet married the daughter of a king. That brings us to chapter 22. Just an absolutely brilliant fucking word picture.
Oh, I love this chapter. I love this little. First of all, what a description. They mentioned storms. I have in my notes verbatim like, oh, storms, and then in brackets I get shot.
I have the quote for you if you'd like it. There's a whole long thing at the beginning, but I have the one I knew you would want me to recount to you. Mist, more constant than the sun, more powerful than the storms. It's really talking about how in society, in culture, no matter what happens, no matter what's going on, always this mist is present. And we've had lots of conversations about this mist in and out of the spoiler corner. However, so we have somewhat of an idea, right? But this to me is the thing that's like missing from a lot of the new Sanderson stuff. This is a chapter in the middle of part 2 that doesn't have a lot of like important shit baking down. It's just Vin talking to her, sure, and they're just vibing, and we learn a lot and we see a lot. And I feel like these kind of chapters just don't get the same polish.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
The mists, we'll have to save. The deeper conversations about the mist, Caden, we'll have to save for the spoiler corner. That is one thing that we have had spoiled. Somewhat a little bit. Not directly. I know Tavius doesn't, but we kind of know a little bit. We'll get there. We'll when we get to the spoiler corner, we'll give a full breakdown of exactly. I'll let Tavius go for a little bit on what Tavius knows, because I know even more. So I'll clarify what Tavius wants me to clarify and give no more, and then I'll make Tavius put some earmuffs on, and then you and I will have a little private conversation, Caden. But I'll need you to be very careful about what you type. But we'll get there. We'll talk. We'll have some earmuffs going. But we're almost there.
First of all, can I say
22.
Very glad it's not Ham. Very glad Ham is not our spy. That clears my 2 favorite guys. The rest I could give less of a fuck about.
Wow, rude, bitch.
Doxson.
Wow.
Doxson, I think, is definitely the one that I wanted to be the least. But I don't think I would be very heartbroken if it was Doxson.
I can't believe you, dude. I can't fucking believe you.
My 2 favorite dudes, being Ham and Breeze, are safe and cleared. So
you're sleeping. I will say, this is the book where he has a chance to grow on you. You just gotta give him some time. Just because you wasn't late and getting on the train doesn't mean you isn't getting on. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Wasn't, isn't. Wasn't, maybe going. Okay? You know, Caden knows. Caden's with me.
I love how effortlessly you slip into the dialect.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Wasn't, isn't, and isn't going. Uh, 421-22. I have so many notes here. Not a lot I can talk to you about yet, because we have to get to the spoiler corner. I have 2 topics.
Yes.
One is a spoiler drawer conversation. One is one we can have here.
Yes.
I'm curious. Did you snipe? I just want to know your thoughts. Talk to me about this chapter a little bit.
I really like this chapter. The like the conversation that they haven't been like realizing. Oh, hey, I've been treating him like shit, and that's an asshole thing of me to do. And then
realizing the flaws of Kelsier too. Oh,
yeah, exactly. Oh, like it's you know, sometimes you, and I get it. You know, you love people so much, you just gloss over their flaws, especially when someone's died.
Rose tinted glasses.
You don't want to think about someone's. Yeah, you don't want to think about someone's flaws when they've died.
He was racist. You're defending a racist or speciesist, whatever you want to call it. I'm not afraid to call it out. I'll say it. I'm not a fucking pussy. That dude was fucking speciesist against fucking Chondras, dude. That dude didn't see Chondras as people. That was a fucking minion to him. Survived, yeah, survived. Didn't survive very long, did he? Huh? Huh?
Ollie!
What are you gonna do?
Careful, your American is showing.
Just get crazy toxic all of a sudden, like out of nowhere. You shut your fucking mouth, dude. don't know why that's so funny to me. No, no, dude, it's
the toxic Twitch streamer mentality.
Absolutely. The no viewers already there. Could you imagine? Literally 0 viewers.
Oh, right. But yeah, and then them realizing they're not that different. They have a lot of a lot of similar life experience and a lot of the same trauma.
Well, specifically, Vin realizes
it
it and then kind of forces the understanding onto Oshur. She's kind of like, Oshur's very obstinate. Very much like a dog a little bit, actually, where he's standing there like, I'm grumpus. I don't want to be your friend. I'm not cool with you. And then she's like, I know you're lonely. And he turns over like, what? All of a sudden, the curtains rise, the strings begin to play, the waterworks begin.
Yeah. Oh no, this is. Yeah, no, I had a really good time with this, with them just like bonding. I hope nothing happens to Oshur. I hope nothing happens to Oshur. Oh my god, I hope nothing happens to that fucking Kandra. Good grief.
It's definitely some juice. There's some crazy shit going on. Well, you know what? We'll have both the conversations. I've kind of picked out some ones. Oshur, or no, actually Ham. Sorry, not Oshur. Ham points out a very interesting conundrum that I'm very curious on your perspective on what the solution would be. Specifically, Ham and Vin's sort of theological conversation, the sort of D&D paladin versus rogue conversation of how do you beat a Mistborn burning atium without atium?
Yeah. Oh.
So Vin, I think Ham being the ever practical me, does kind of boil down the two facts of the very general representations of how you have to do it. Do it before they burn atium, overwhelm them. What I am asking you is, what situation would you set up to guarantee either being successful? What trap would you set for a Mistborn that you know more than likely has atium that guarantees the kill? Whether it be an overwhelming, and I might ask if you snipe one too quick, an overwhelming and a surprise scenario. But I ask you, how do you kill a Mistborn burning atium?
So I think what first thought that came to my mind is like, what if you, like, because they see like the future visions in their eyes. What if you like blind them some, like, I don't think they have like flashbangs, but you can like probably just like shine a direct light into their eyes, or like even just, you know, in some way try to surprise them with very bright light, and while that kind of disoriented, you go in for it. That's like where my mind went. Poignantly,
we have already been shown both brass, I believe it's brass that shows the lines. I can't remember what shows the lines. Something shows the lines. Brass and whatever shows the lines, and whatever Inquisitors use allows them to see without sight. So we do know that visual, a flashbang can certainly help with overwhelming. It can be a part of the recipe, but I don't think it's a guaranteed kill. Just if you're going just purely off of visual, because they can technically, even if their vision was pure white, they would still be able to see lines of investiture. So I would ask you this then: after you blind them, how do you guarantee the kill? If they can still see investiture or allomancy, whatever you want to call it. Sorry, spoilers. So minor spoilers.
I think
this whole episode's just gonna have a minor spoiler warning on it.
I think
they can see through the flashbang. Don't forget, they can see through it.
Yeah. I think the one thing, like the flashbang, and then just like kind of try and as quickly as I can knock them on their ass. Like the flashbang, and then you like knock them down, or you tackle them somehow, and then you try to get it in.
So pure, just pure pewter. I mean, they're still able to like react and move. I think
maybe not even pure.
Gun
like,
to my head. Gun to my head. I think an Allomancer with his eyes closed can still fight pretty well.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Probably. I wouldn't even like try and maybe go in myself to tackle them myself. Maybe like I just throw an object at them, like a wooden object that doesn't have any metal in it. I just like toss it at their legs, and then they fall, and then I can try and go in for the kill or some such.
I don't think that gets you there. I really don't. I think if you're not on that same level, I don't think that's enough. I think even if they visually can't see it, I mean, I guess if they're a worse enough fighter, but that's not what we'll say. Kelsier, how about that?
Right.
We'll take it there. Do you think Kelsier gets taken out by a flashbang?
No, probably
right.
not.
So let's start there. Kelsier with ATM, right? Of course, an obscene thing, right? But I think that's what that's what Vin's talking about, right?
Yeah.
Is that's what she's worried about. That's what she's scared of. So Kelsier, how do you kill Kelsier with ATM? And you're not the Lord Ruler. You don't have Ferochemy. You don't have Allomancy. You're a normal motherfucker.
Normal motherfucker.
That's what we're talking about, right? Maybe we'll give you this pewter. You got pewter. That's it. That's all you got. And if you want to take it, maybe Allomancy. We'll give you. How about this? We'll give you an Allomancer.
Okay. I was gonna say I would probably try to recruit multiple people.
We'll give you this. Your dream scenario. Your fucking dream scenario, dog. How do you kill him?
I think I try to recruit a bunch of people. And then maybe just but if he's already burning, is he already burning ATM?
That's the trick, right? Is you have to create the scenario. You wanna know my answer? The gun to my head, what I put? Sniper.
Yeah.
The closest thing you've got, the best chance you have is someone. And it's even weirder. Like, how do you have a sniper that doesn't have metal? Because then they could like detect it if they're always burning things. But that's the thing, right? It has to be a surprise. It has to be a sniper. You want like the weird min-max like bullshit answer. You put a sniper far enough away that they can't hear it before the bullet hits them, because there is a distance where the bullet travels faster than the speed of sound, and the bullet will hit and then you'll hear the gunshot. You have to know they're not burning tin, so that way there's no way for them to detect anything. They can't be burning whatever lets them see metals, because I'm sure we're not dealing with composite materials yet, and there's bullets that are made of plastic. And then you have to be far enough away and a good enough shot to land that hit. That to me is the only way. That's it.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. I was like, oh, there's no way, because he's just gonna swipe the bullet away.
That, or you know what I think? Gun to my head. Spoiler warning, Harold wins that fight.
Yeah.
I think you put peak Kelsier at the end of Mistborn, or 3/4 of the way through, wherever that happens, of Mistborn 1, against Nail in book 5. I think Nail wins.
Agree on that. I think Nail wins as well.
I think Nail wins that. You know what I mean? So then we get into the fun power scaling conversations of, so here's a fun question. Who do you think the best matchup in Stormlight is for Kelsier?
Ooh, the best matchup.
The closest, the most fair fight.
The most fair fight.
I don't know if we're gonna learn a whole bunch about the Heralds, unfortunately. Caden, but we'll talk. You think Shallan's a fair fight against Kelsier? Caden? Shallan? I gotta hear your argument.
In that situation,
I gotta hear that argument. Shallan, a fighter, a frontline fighter against Kaladin. You think? No shot, dog. No shot. I can't give you that. I want to give you that. I can't. Illusions? Kelsier, did you see what that motherfucker was doing all that coin? You didn't, because it's a book. None of us saw it. That was a stupid thing to say.
Did you see?
That's fair. You know what? Based and fair, Caden. You know what? Respect, and I love you for it. Absolutely. Absolutely fair. Glazier goat. Glazier goat. Absolutely. I think it's fair to have a goat and acknowledge that goat's going to get fucking creamed by someone who outclasses them. But that's me. That's me. I don't know. I think Shallan can't keep up against Kaladin or Adolin, but that's me. I don't know. put a gun to my head, I guess. I digress. Oh,
I was gonna say maybe like Pete Kaladin, but then also someone else. I don't think Kaladin sweeps it alone.
I think Kaladin's a really clean fight. I don't know if Kaladin's a sweep. It depends on which Kaladin. Okay, now let's talk, gang. Which Kaladin are we talking about? Are we talking fucking Wind and Truth Kaladin? Are we talking end of book like 2 or 3 Kaladin? Are we talking just getting his armor end of book 4 Kaladin? You know what I mean? I think that really depends. I think you get Kaladin right at the peak, like in what's the word I'm like when he's alone in the camp with Elokar, and it's just him, and his powers he's starting to lose his powers. I think if he has all of his powers and all of his armor, he's Shardbearer versus Allomancer with shard plate, wash. It's not fair, right? So you have to go no shard plate. Otherwise, it's not even fair. I mean, yeah, but that's an argument. Kelsier would win that fight if that's like the war. You know what I mean? I guess that brings into the conversation of what is the situation that we're getting to? Is it a war?
Yeah, is it
a one-on-one fight?
1v1, you know?
It's like, yeah, if you're talking about Kaladin Stormblessed, the fucking Herald of Wind, the man's got a full set of shard plate and a goddamn shard spear, and he's like, you know what? It's not even close, right? But if you're talking just gravitation and just starting to grasp adhesion, and he's just got a normal spear and he doesn't have Syl as a weapon yet, that's a pretty even fight. But then he's like, without shard, it's really difficult, because I feel like without shard plate, it's a wash in one direction, and then with shard plate, it's a wash in the other direction.
What if without shard plate, but like just before that, like the oath is just before that, end of book 2.
So second oath, when he just gets the blade, he's got
yeah.
He's got Syl as a spear, but not the shard plate,
not the armor.
Yeah, so that's book 3.
Book 3, yeah.
I think that's the fairest fight. I do think that's the fairest fight. The issue is, it really depends on how many coins Kelsier has access to.
True.
If Kelsier has access to like 5 coins, Kaladin's dead. He gets a coin through the brain, he's gone. There's no, you can't, I don't care how much you dance with your girlfriend on the wind. You're gonna get a fucking coin through the dome and you're done. You know what I mean? But then when he gets later and he can like read the wind patterns, I could see an argument for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then just like Caden was saying here, it really depends on the context. Because if we're talking about like a greater war scenario, Kaladin's going to want to keep the honor. He's going to want to fight one-on-one. Kelsier will just kill him.
Yeah.
Kelsier's not worried about that. He's not worried about that side
Kelsier
of things.
Kelsier doesn't uphold any oaths, right? Kelsier doesn't uphold anything that like does, you know,
Very true.
that benefits himself, that doesn't benefit himself.
Oh, not necessarily.
Kelsier is a fucking psychopath.
Well, I mean, I'll also say, I mean, I don't know about psychopath. Sociopath? Probably. Psychopath? Still to be seen. Well, we'll get there, right? Is Tony Soprano a psychopath? I don't think so. My man has emotions. My man feels things. He regrets what he does. He just knows he has to. Right? There's an argument there, right? I think there's a very real argument there. Is he a psychopath? I think a psychopath doesn't regret. Well, I mean, regret's not a bad word. Remorse. Feeling bad.
Right.
Because regret means you wish you didn't have to do it. Yeah, regret. He definitely doesn't regret. I think there is, I mean, it depends on who he's targeting. Precisely. Right? No.
Okay, guys,
You're
so funny.
Not wrong, though. Proof he's not a psychopath, though. Proof he's not a psychopath. Acknowledges he loves Vin enough. He loves and respects Vin enough to know that that's a bad thing, and he feels bad that he wants to kill that motherfucker. That's proof. Sociopath, I see an argument for. I really do. I do. Psychopath? I'd be lying if I said I didn't see it there. You're not incorrect. I mean, I think Vin is like the core, but I think the crew is kind of the grounding factor. The crew without Vin does not function. Let me be very clear. I think you're both. I think both are true. Vin is the rod in the center. The crew is the apparatus. It's the thing that allows the delivery mechanism of Vin, right? That's my perspective, at least.
Yeah, for sure.
But so now we get to have the fun conversation. But before that, if you do not want to be heavily spoiled more than you already have, beyond the spoiler warnings that probably aren't there yet, but will be put there eventually, please go ahead and leave now. We are about to get deep into spoilers. We're going to talk about some deeper stuff across the greater section of the Cosmere. If you have joined us this far, thank you so much for watching. We greatly appreciate you. How did you get here? Caden, we know how you got here. We're talking. We're friends with you. If you're not Caden, why the fuck are you watching this? Thanks, I guess. I don't know.
I'll keep saying this. If anyone ever takes us out, that means we've made it.
I mean, hey, we'll get there, my friend. I believe it. At the very least, if we don't, I'm gonna keep making stuff. That's all I care about. As long as until this motherfucker dies, I'm gonna be doing this with you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And if we're lucky, maybe he's like Frank Herbert and there's a kid we don't know about that'll just keep writing after he dies. That'll be great. And then we'll get a movie in another couple years.
Also, let's hope it's good books.
Good books bad books still make good movies, apparently.
Yeah, I guess.
We'll find out. We'll find out in part 3. Anyway, as always, this has been the Archive. As always, I have been Vezin. With me, as always, has been my co-host.
The Pixel has my outro. Fuck. I have been the Pixel, because as the famous The Lopin once said, everyone deserves something in front of their name. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you're anyone but Caden, what the fuck?
Thanks. Bye. But now, for the real ones. For the real ones. We've got some shit to talk about, dog. Do we want to go sequential from chapter beginning to chapter end, or do you want me to read through what we've put in the drawer and pick one so we can chat about it? What do you want to do?
Yeah, read me through the drawer.
Okay. And we'll let Caden chime in on this too. I've really enjoyed actually having someone in chat that we can interact with. This has added a very nice bit. So currently in the spoiler drawer, we have 4 topics and the topic I hadn't mentioned yet from chapter 22. So Zane talking to God, as he calls it. The concept of like exploring the native species of the different planets, and specifically Kolos on this planet, on Scadrial. The comparison between energy systems. I didn't really talk about this, but the talking about on chapter 19, the red sun, and talking about we get like a little insight from Sazed on metallurgy and storing things in the metal. And I had just a little brain blast explosion on that, and the storing of metals and the nature of Stormlight back on Roshar. And I really wanted to have a conversation about that. And then we also have, of course, like we talked about, the concept of the real discovery of every single branch of Allomancy. The patterns that she's tuning into are rhythms of different energies being spent. And then the last one that we have from chapter 22 that we hadn't brought up, other than the strategies of someone burning ATM, how to beat someone burning ATM, is the fact that Khandras are following oaths.
Oh yes,
a contract is an oath written down. And that's just a fun little thing to talk about. So I ask you, which do you want to talk about first? We got Zane talking to God. We've got native species of planets. We've got the comparison between the energy systems. We've got the rhythms of the different energies. And then we have Khandras and their oaths.
Fuck.
I'm more than happy, Caden, if you want to chime in too, if there's something you would like to hear about and hear us explore as well.
Yeah.
Feel more than free to chime in. You are a part of this content now, my friend. Welcome to it. But I've been getting very philosophical as we've been digging into this. So if you want, there's of course always the default, the chronological, much like Ham, of course. There's a reason why. Truly, I think more than any character, I have related to Ham more than most, because I feel like most people are annoyed by Ham, other than the people that get Ham. In the world, you know what I mean? And it's like, to me, you are my Vin. If I'm Ham, you're Vin, because you indulged me. You let me just go off for a little bit. You know what I mean? God, what I would give for Ham and Wit to have a podcast. I think for me, Caden, the truth and reality of someone who is also very much perceived as the brute. Again, like I'm very aware of my visual representation. I am almost a 300-pound, 5'10", 5'9" white man, who, if I were to cut my hair and shave my beard, would look like I'd be a certain place on January 6th. I know what I look like, so I'm very aware of like my presentation and representation. And that's a big part of why I think people like that and like me are much more philosophical than a lot of people realize. And I do have a lot of appreciation for Sanderson as a fellow big boy, kind of challenging that perspective of big boys. You know what I mean? I feel like big boys get a kind of misrepresentation in the media. But everyone gets misrepresented in the media. It's the media. That's what media does.
That's true.
If you don't have a specific preference, I think let's just go down top to bottom.
I was gonna say, I think I would want to just go down the list.
So then I ask you, my friend, what do you think Zane is fucking talking about? Do you think he's right? So, hold on, pause, full stop. I'm so sorry. Before we get into that, I'm so sorry.
Fucking dare you, actually.
I promise, Kate, I'm gonna rip that away from you. I promise, Kate, we'd give context to what we know.
Right.
You go ahead and spew, and if you want me to clarify anything of what I know, I will clarify. So what you know of what we have spoiled from Stormlight. So what we know, the core, I'll start here. I'll start off the spoilers here, Caden. We know that Sazed is in the Stormlight archives. He is referenced as someone written in the epigraphs of the Stormlight archives as a certain being and entity. Tavius, what is that being an entity?
That being an entity is harmony, which is created through the shards, the merging of the shards, preservation and ruin.
So we got that much. We know that's the big one that we know that because of Stormlight archives. And we did some deep digging and we had some spoilers. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So in that, Tavius, what more beyond that do you know about that entity?
Just about harmony, or about both of them?
In general, all three. We'll start harmony. Right. We'll do ruin and preservation and harmony. What you know about the concepts of all three, just so we know where we are at.
Right. So Sazed is harmony.
Sazed is the current holder of harmony.
The current holder of harmony. I'm pretty sure Ruin is the mists, and I'm also pretty sure that Ruin is in some ways trapped within Gadriel and is like seeping out because preservation is holding it, him, her, I don't fucking know, holding it back.
Yeah. I think it. Sure. For shards, I think we go with it. Shards are it. The holders have gender.
Yeah. And Reen, Vin's brother, that's Ruin. That was like whatever, an avatar or whatever of Ruin. And he's speaking to her through her little earring. And I don't think I know that much about preservation, actually.
Yep. I mean, we know a couple things that I have had spoiled, but if you don't remember them, that's okay. I don't want to re-spoil them if you don't know. We know a couple things about preservation, though.
I think that's about it. I think I don't actually remember that much more.
Do you want me to clarify anything, or do you want to leave it there? Do you want me to
clarify?
What do you want me to clarify? I'm not gonna just spew shit at you at risk of spoiling things. What do you like?
Clarify the mists for me.
Things you have already had spoiled. As far as I understand, the mists are the what is the devastation, whatever the thing that they keep referencing is ruin, is one and the same is my understanding. I'd be lying to you if I said I knew that for sure. I'll be fully transparent with you there. That is my current understanding.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want me to clarify?
No, I think I'm okay.
No, I need you to put earmuffs on, and I'm going to go like this when I'm good for you to come back, okay? So I'm going to catch Caden up on what I know.
Okay. I have turned my headphones completely down. Okay. I think. Wait, talk for me real quick.
Check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2
yeah,
1
no,
2
I hear
1 2.
Wonderful.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome. So okay, now it's you and me, buddy. What's going on, man? Okay, so I know a couple things. I'm gonna try to keep my face super still and neutral, so that way Tavius has no idea what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna go piss real quick.
Oh, perfect timing. I'm so happy he's going piss, dude. Okay. So the whole chapter with Orsur and fucking Tensoon, you need to be so careful. Not what you type, Caden. You need to be so careful. Don't say a fucking word. Dude, Michael Kramer changes his voice when Tensoon replaces Orsur in chapter 6. He changes the voice. There's a very minor affectation change. He changes it, and it's so crazy. It's so crazy when you read back the chapter. Dude, okay, Caden. I don't know if you've reread book 2 yet. If you've reread book 2 since you know he's been changed, there's a line that Sanderson says where he looks at you and he says, Vin sees a wisdom and depth in his eyes that was not there before. He literally tells you, oh my God, dude, I was freaking the fuck out. I was losing my goddamn mind. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. And the fucking evolution, the fucking vibes of the whole, she thinks she's changing Orsur and making Orsur understand her more. I did not. The first time I read through, I had no fucking idea. I got full blindsided just like Tavius. Tavius has no fucking idea. Dude's got no clue. He's got no fucking idea what's going on. And I know that. I had a note in here that if he picks up on it, if he clocks it, I can talk about it. If he doesn't clock it, I can't say a goddamn word. And he didn't clock anything, and I didn't get to say anything. I'm so sad. He didn't clock it, dude. Oh no. Oh, it's so bad. But oh my God, no. Huh. Recompose. Okay. So there were that whole chapter. I am putting a pin. I'm putting a mark here for Tavius to come back and reread this chapter with me. So that way we can truly experience, so he can feel that and see that this is the chapter that really had some really poignant, like just, again, you want to talk about the concept of, I know Tavius has explained to you, showing whole. The concept of Sanderson really just looking at the camera and telling you what is going on. He does it all the time. This is, in all of the Cosmere that I have read, the most whole I have ever seen of Brandon Sanderson. This is a goddamn colonoscopy, dog. I'm seeing so much whole. It's crazy. I've never felt so angry at an author, and I feel like I don't get this angry at Sanderson. And this is what I'm talking about with the editing. I feel like we don't get this very much anymore. This felt so viscerally real. That is my story time cleanup minute. Did you have anything before we put Tavius back? We let Tavius put his cans back on. I wanted to check with you. Obviously, it's very difficult for you to communicate without spoiling things. If you wanted to DM me on Discord, you could. If not, that's okay. That's perfectly fine then. Okay, let's see if we can get Tavius back. Is he back from pissing? I hope he's back from pissing. Put your headphones on. Yeah, okay, good.
I am back from pissing.
Thank God. Okay. Caden and I now get to be very giddy and kick our little feet together. Which is very fun, dude. Oh my God. I cannot, I will never recover from this sequence. All I can say is I have gone through this section that we have talked about in the last 5 to 6 chapters. I have marked a chapter for us to review when we come back.
Okay.
That's all. That is all I will tell you.
Okay.
So, for the next topic, we have the native species. You were talking about the Koloss, right?
Yes. Yes.
A very interesting little reminder I'll put in you. Humans aren't native here.
They're not?
No. Remember? Humans aren't from here. Humans are from wherever the shards are from.
Oh, true.
Humans just scattered after the shards. That's what we learned in Stormlight. That's what we learned. The Great Migration. The whole thing. That's the whole thing with Ashen. They're not from here. This isn't where humans are supposed to be. The Koloss and the Kandra are the native species of Scadrial. Those are the ones that are supposed to be here. That's what this world really is. That's what this planet really is before we came and fucked it up. Or the shards, more specifically.
Yeah.
But then there's like, are the shards following the people or the people following the shards? Is it one and the same? Is it both? Who's to say?
That's the question. That's the question.
There was.
Because I mean, also in.
Go.
Because also in. Hayden's not read Sunlit Man yet. I don't think that's much of a spoiler. There's not that we know of, there's no shard on that planet. Maybe people also just kind of follow where investiture goes, you know? And not necessarily a specific shard. They follow that, like, I mean, yeah, because it's life essence, you know? They follow the investiture. But yeah, there also happen to be 2 shards on Scadrial, so
it's a difficult thing. It's like we see these. I mean, clearly humans gather around. I feel investiture is just like the thing that lets humans survive, right?
Yeah.
If I had to guess, Sunlit. Yeah. Well, it's not, we don't want to spoil Caden too much. It's okay. But there is certainly something there to that, the idea, the nature of humans aren't native to these planets. Whether the mist was there before or not, the humans got here. Clearly, if you look at like the nature of the world, humans can't survive without an extra thing. Is kind of the thing that we see across all of the Cosmere, right? In Stormlight, and then in Mistborn, and then in Sunlit Man. Investiture is the key to survival. Always in all of these planets, because humans aren't supposed to fucking be here. Well, so it's an interesting thing, Caden, especially as someone who is as deep in the Cosmere as you are. You have the very interesting perspective, right? Where you certainly probably have more of the Cosmere spoiled since you've read the last 3 of Mistborn. But we have certain specific bits that you don't have, the same way you have a greater volume of what we have. I don't count the fucking middle books. Those are novellas. They don't count as real books. Was there a 4th real book that I don't know about? I thought it was a trilogy and then another trilogy. It's 4? I didn't know that.
4 books.
I didn't know that. I thought it was a trilogy and then a trilogy. I thought that was the whole fucking thing. It was a trilogy and then another trilogy. I thought it was a trilogy of trilogies. I was lied to. Sanderson's branding team fucked up. I digress. However, you have a very specific depth on there, and then you also got Warbreaker, right? So you've got a little bit of a preamble to Stormlight, right? But then in that, I am a firm believer the greater things
Yeah, no,
that
Ken's right.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt it at all. I did not doubt it.
Yeah, I'm just confirming, like, kind of.
Yeah, there you go. We got the titles there: Alloys of Law, Shadows of Self, Bands of Mourning, and Lost Metal.
Yep. Them's the books. But the Lost Metal is also in. No, I think. Never mind. I don't. No, it does. Like on Audible list, like under book 7, the two like whatever. Like there's 2 versions of the Lost Metal, and then also the Arcanum Embodied.
Yeah, again, those are the novellas that we don't count.
Yeah.
And then we know what's in those novellas, which was the last thing that you do have spoiled that you didn't verbalize. Who do we know that's still alive?
Oh, Kelsier.
Kelsier being, what's his name?
Kelsier being Thydakar.
Thydakar. Yes, that is the last key of what we did get spoiled in finishing Stormlight 5. Was I looked that up and was like, oh wow, awesome. I looked up Thydakar and I was like, do you want to get spoiled? I'm like, yeah, I need to read this thing, and it pulled up the Kelsier wiki, and I fucking killed myself. Yeah, exactly. Well, Thydakar gets mentioned in earlier. I think Thydakar is mentioned in Rhythm of War. Like, he's mentioned that early, but specifically, like, we get the visuals and we get the sort of changes. And if you don't look him up, you never know. You know what I mean? If there's no way, there's no world you ever connect the two. If you just read Stormlight Archives and then you read Mistborn 1, 2, and 3, you can't. If anyone says they did, they're lying. I'm a firm believer in that. If anyone tries to say they claimed that, they're lying. If you read up to Stormlight 5 and then you start reading and look, that was Kelsier, kill yourself, you're lying. I don't care. Like, I'll be toxic about it. I'm not worried about, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Dude, I had one dude. Did you see or play any of Expedition 33?
Yeah.
Did you get all the way to the end? Did you see the Simon boss?
No, I've not playing all that much.
That's okay. So I'll tell you about this. At the end of Mistborn, Christ. At the end of Expedition, there's a secret boss if you want to 100% the game. You have to beat this boss. It is a series of perfect inputs. It's like 180 perfect inputs in a row. If you miss one, you die. That's it. Like that's what this boss is. I ran into a dude who was in my Dune guild who tried to say he first tried it. And I was like, no, you didn't. I told him to his face, no, you didn't. You didn't first try it. You're lying to me. If you did first try it, you cheated. And he's like, I didn't cheat. I did it first try. It's like, you're just lying. Why are you sitting here trying to lie and trying to convince me of what is clearly, blatantly a flagrant lie? I know.
Agree,
that is what I would feel if someone came at me with that. It's like, you're just wrong. It's okay. Accept it. Why are you like this? Why can't you accept it? It baffles me, dude. Baffles me. But yeah, so that was the little thing there with the Koloss, was that the Koloss are native to this planet, whatever this fucked up weird planet is. The Khandra and the Koloss are supposed to be here. The humans aren't. The humans are the weird ones always. That's the theme of the Cosmere. Humans are the aliens. That's the vibe.
Yeah. No, you're so right. God. Because the Mistwrights are kind of also, or the Mistwrights and the Khandra also kind of like adapted to live in the mist and stuff.
And then we're seeing a literal evolution. Like, that's literally monkeys and humans, right? That's literally the whole thing that we get with the Orsur like monologue in the last section we listened to, where he's like, I'm not a fucking Mistwraith, don't call me that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a very interesting sort of perspective given there.
Oh, to very briefly circle around to who would you give the F-bomb to? I think Orsur also deserves to drop a
Orsur gets one. Orsur gets one. For sure. Absolutely. Everyone gets one. I think everybody deserves one. It's the Cosmere. Sanderson's not a nice guy. Yeah. Everyone deserves one. The question is, where is it the most deserving?
Yeah. True. when Vin gives him the dog to
so many. There's so many good slots, dude.
Yeah, when Vin gives him the dog to eat, he's like, I'm not fucking doing that.
That's great. That's the perfect one for him. Absolutely. Absolutely. I also did just think of the perfect one for Wit.
Yeah.
Right when he passes off the Dawn Shard to Sigil, and he turns around, he's like, Odium, welcome, and he realizes he's about to die. He's like, fuck, gone. Vaporized instantly.
That, or when he wakes up like, fuck.
Yeah, right when he shoots up. That's also good. Very good. Who would you cast Henry Cavill as in the Cosmere? Interesting question. It's especially difficult because there's not a lot of white dudes.
Yeah. Lord Ruler's a terrorist man.
Yep.
So I don't know if I would.
Lord Ruler's dark skin, dog. Talon's good. Talon's great, actually. Talon's fire. Talon, I do also think is unfortunately supposed to be dark skinned. I think.
Yeah, I think so as well.
But I think just in terms of vibes alone, works. Absolutely works. I mean, that's like, so let's throw whitewashing out the window. Let's talk specifically on vibes. We're not going to worry about racial incongruity. Where do you think if I'm gun to my head, I think Zyle. I think Zyle's the perfect role for Cavill.
Ooh,
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, Kane. He's old enough now. If he's a little bit younger, can I be real? Young Cavill, I put as Kaladin. He's a little bit old. I see a world for it. Right now, I do see a world where Tom Holland plays a great Kaladin. Again, whitewashing for sure, but I love Holland's acting right now. I am obsessed with Holland as an actor right now. Are you talking or are you typing? Uh-oh, I'm not hearing you. Check 1 2. Dave, you speak? 1 2 1 2. My man. Uh-oh. Oh no, my Discord died. Oh, hey, we're back. Oh no, I changed nothing. I just left and come back and we're cool.
That's awesome.
We'll take it. Sorry, what were you saying?
I need your camera again.
Oh, camera again? Okay.
Yeah.
That's even weirder.
Otherwise, you're just a white blob.
Wow. I know I'm fat, dude. That's offensive. Calling me a white blob? That's crazy. Kane, you hear this motherfucker? You hear this guy, Kane, calling me a white blob? That's crazy. No,
engagement bait.
I think Cavill right now, I think Zyle. I think Zyle's my dude. Now, here's a question for you. Who do you put as Kaladin?
Who did I put as Kaladin?
19 years old. He's supposed to be a young blood.
Ooh, I had a really bad idea.
What do you got?
Really? Chalamet.
Who?
Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet. I was going to take it a different direction. I was going to say Tom Holland.
Oh, yeah. No,
I disagree with you, Caden. I disagree with you wholeheartedly. I think it needs to be live action.
No, I agree with Caden.
You're allowed. You guys are allowed to be wrong, and children. It's okay. Oh no, I'm John. That's too mean. No, again, well, we were talking earlier. Literally, my whole thing about literally being, fucking like self-conscious about the whole anime thing. Did my shit just die again? No, we're good.
No.
I think it needs to be live action. I absolutely think it needs to be live action. I just think the effects need to be not shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think if we rewind about 5 to 10 years, media used to be a lot better with the visual effects for what they were getting out of things. And I think that's exactly why Sanderson went to Apple, is because they know how to spend their money.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think Stormlight being an animated series is shooting it in the foot, the same way doing the Justice League as an animated series for so long was shooting it in the foot. The Justice League animated series brought Justice League more fame and more attention than the animated series did in 20 fucking years. I just think as a medium, I think the live action and being able to do, if we get, let me put it this way. If you got to choose between an Avatar The Last Airbender quality animated series and an Avatar the movie level live action with effects, which would you rather see from Stormlight Archives?
Avatar the Blue People movie?
Yes. Blue People movie versus Airbender show, not the live action movie.
Yeah. I do think I'd have to say the Avatar movie.
What I am not saying is, in the current state of media, does a animated show have a better chance of being better than a live action show in terms of the general state of media in 2026? Absolutely, the animated series has a better chance of succeeding. Neither of you are wrong in that, and I'm not going to try to deny that. However, I think the ceiling is so much higher for a live action if they do it right. I'll say this. The One Piece live action has missed the ball for me in a big way. In a big way. Exactly, right? Yeah, Firefly doing animated, phenomenal, but I think it's phenomenal because they already have a live action. So now we're getting a change. We're getting a new view of something that already existed. I don't think Firefly gets the love and attention that it deserves if it starts as an animated series. I just don't think so. I think if you don't have Nathan Fillion and Moriana Baccarin and Alan Tudyk fucking carrying that shit, it just doesn't land the same, especially with fucking Joss Whedon doing it. Like, oh, it's so good. You're not wrong, Caden, but that's why he went with Apple. If anyone has the fucking budget, it's Apple.
No.
But I don't think they're going to get an Arcane-like budget, because the thing that League of Legends have that Cosmere doesn't is a much higher bottom line. League of Legends makes a lot more money than the Cosmere does. Riot makes a lot more money than the Cosmere does. Oh no, we had a whole podcast episode about it. I highly recommend you go watch it, where we like broke down my opinions. We haven't gotten to talk a lot, Caden. I used to work in media. Like I used to work in like movies and TV and stuff before coronavirus kind of shit at the bed on everything. So I have a very interesting sort of perspective on how good of a decision that was, in my opinion. That's a really good call. There's a couple more, but I know we've also been going for a long time, and it is very late for you.
Oh, we can maybe touch on them all really quickly.
Yeah, I think the main thing, again, these are two just to kind of, I think, gush about more than have like a really in-depth conversation of, which is cool. Which is the fact that every single allomantic metal that is being burned has a specific rhythm. That is how they identify it.
Rhythm. Everything is connected. Ollie, I'm standing in front of the board. Like I never know what that guy's name is from that one. I'm standing in front of the board like that insane
Charlie.
Guy in front of the.
It's Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the Pepe Sylvia board. Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia. You go upstairs. I have a letter. It's from Pepe Sylvia. Pepe Sylvia. He's not real. No. Do you want me to go off about sound for a little bit here?
Yeah, please do.
You know the thing where an operatic singer sings at a very high note and they shatter a glass?
Yeah.
Do you know what that is? Do you know what does that?
The sound wave? No, not the sound waves.
It is the sound waves. You're absolutely right. So the thing about sound waves, the thing that does that is that the sound waves are resonating at the harmonic frequency of the glass.
Oh.
So you know how cells in things that exist are vibrating at all times.
Yes.
Right? That's a thing. Everything's vibrating a little bit. Everything's shaking just a little bit in physics and science. Do you know what we measure vibration in? Like what if you were to measure an amount of vibration, like a massage gun, right? A vibration thing. The thing that you measure in terms of like speed or amount of vibration, do you know what that measurement is?
No.
It's hertz.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I did.
Do you know what we measure? Do we know what we measure sound in?
Also hertz.
We measure sound in hertz. That is exactly right. Technically, you also measure sound in dB. Different things. Hertz is frequency. dB is volume.
Yes.
Right. So we're talking about frequency. Resonant frequency is what we're talking about here. This confirmed a fundamental aspect of physics in the Cosmere for me as a sound engineer.
Oh, yeah.
All investiture, every single flavor of investiture has a harmonic frequency, just like every single physical thing in reality. Physical things have a harmonic frequency. If you were to sing at the right frequency, you could shatter the right frequency and the right volume, anything. The way you shatter glass. The reason why glass shatters is because it's especially fragile and it's especially easy to get to the right frequency. This is just how science works, right? That's what that is. The way, you know, when you're listening to a sound, when you're in a car and you turn the music up really loud and the subwoofer literally starts shaking the car.
Yeah.
The subwoofer is resonating with the car. That's what is happening. That's what that is the sound of the subwoofer is hitting in such a way that the cells of the car are reacting in a way that you yourself, your own body, when you feel the thumping of bass, that is your body resonating with that frequency. Not the same. It's not your harmonic frequency for sure, but it is similar. Certainly, it's touching on it. It's hitting it. Investiture in the Cosmere mimics matter in the way that sound can interact with it, and all of investiture has a harmonic frequency. This is proof. This is like factual evidence. This is scientific presentation of that. This isn't a theory. This is me telling you as a sound engineer. That's awesome, dude.
It's so cool.
Which does also make a very interesting question, Tavius.
Yes, Ollie.
Back in the Stormlight archives, all of the cities are modeled after resonant frequencies.
Yes.
Which frequencies do you think those cities are? Do you think is it just the three of them and it's different harmonics of the three of honor, of odium, and of cultivation? Or is it that each city actually was able to resonate on like a deeper level of those? Because we know each of them is a different resonant frequency, and there's more than 3 cities in the Stormlight archives.
Ooh, I think it would be really cool if there's like a deeper intertwining between all the 3 frequencies, and so all the cities are like variations.
You wanna hear my big theory?
Yeah, give me your theory.
Adel Nauseam was more of a song than it was a being.
Yes.
Adel Nauseam was the harmonic frequency that allowed all of the energy and the flow of the world. It was an entity. It was a being of some kind, of some like thing, because obviously something was wielding it and something was killed and something was shattered, right? Whatever that thing was. But now we have all of these frequencies not harmonizing. That's the thing, right? The thing that would allow two things to meld is harmony, is the harmonics, right? It's a very interesting thing.
Yeah. It makes so much sense as well with like the like with the because the singers used to worship Adonasium.
Mm-hmm.
And they like
Worship rhythms,
and then
and they worship songs.
Yeah. Oh my god. I subscribe to this now.
Let me go read my notes verbatim on this section because I got really philosophical here.
Mm-hmm.
Every spren and every type of investiture that is stored vibrates at different frequencies. Which is a very interesting. Oh, and that is also to say the one thing I kind of missed there was also the comparisons between like ferrochemy and the way we store investiture and gems on Stormlight Archives.
Oh yeah.
Right? So it's a very interesting thing where it's like Kelsier is adamant about trying to get to Roshar and steal the raw investiture because they need raw investiture. But ferrochemy has aspects of storing investiture in physical objects already. That's what that is. It's just flavors. It's the brands of the investiture, right? That's all that is. It's just mental investiture versus speed investiture, for all of these different types of investiture, right? But it's all just investiture.
Yeah, no, you're so right.
It's a very interesting thing when you look at what a crystal is, which is like a raw ore that comes from the ground, and how that's able to store a raw piece of investiture versus these purified metals that have been kind of worn down and processed, and they can only hold a very specific kind of metal stored by a very specific person.
Oh.
Very interesting to me.
Very interesting indeed.
Very, very interesting, those mechanics of how that all ties together.
Oh.
Yes, but so I went on like a whole fucking giga brain of harmonics and frequencies and rhythms and how it all ties together. And I'm honestly a little surprised we don't see more sound-based powers.
Yeah, no, for real. I wholeheartedly agree on that. I think like sound and music are like such an untapped well of magic systems and power. That's
You want to know something really crazy, dog?
Yeah.
Do you want to know what sound is at like its core? What sound really is? It's air. More specifically, Tavius, it's wind.
Oh my god.
Sound is compressed air traveling through the air received by your eardrums. That is then resonant. That's all sound is. It's air and it's wind. It's compressed wind moving. Ain't that some shit?
That is some shit. Fuck.
Now maybe this is my Kaladin giga brain at work, just wanting Kaladin to be the be all end all forever. But I will always be a Kaladin fanboy. That's me.
Yeah, obviously. He's one of the best guys.
And the last thing we will close on today, again, just another through line back to Stormlight Archives. Truly and genuinely my favorite bit of all of the Cosmere is the Khandra and their oaths, specifically their contract, but it's kind of an oath, a little bit of an oath.
Yeah, I mean it's like a contract is an oath put to paper, and they swear to not, like, it's every Khandra has sworn not to break their contract. And if I wasn't more awake, I would be more coherent about this, but it's the fucking like, and he's so like passionate about it. It's like, no, he's like, no, we uphold this contract. We would never break the contract.
This is who
he's
we
like,
are.
And no
this
one
is
understands.
Our being.
Yeah, he's like, and no one ever understands, that we would never breach the contract. And he's, it's
Dog.
Yeah.
Dude.
Dog.
Khandras, we know for a fact, are evolved Mithraiths, right? We know that. They are, that is an evolved form of a Mistwraith. What are mist wraiths made of, Tavius? What are mist wraiths made of?
Mist?
And what are the mists? Supposedly?
They're ruined.
So Kandra are literally the spren of Scadrial. They're made of the investiture of Scadrial. The shard they evolved from. They are creatures evolved from the mists, which are the present form of the shard on Scadrial. Yeah, Caden is biting their motherfucking tongue right now. I'm dead on the goddamn money, dog. I know I'm right. This is my issue as a writer and as a DM. I know when a motherfucker's got something. Yeah, there it is. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Archive. As always, I have been Vezin. With me as always.
As always, the Pixel, as the famous Lopan once said, because everyone deserves to die in front of their name. Thank you so much for watching.
What an ep. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. Journey before destination, my friends. Have a great evening.
Destination.